They say that I'm on the road, maybe I just lost it. These nights keep on taking toll, find me out here on my own.
Hi guys, today I'm going to be vlogging me jumping a course on all my horses, which I'm really excited for. I haven't actually jumped a course yet since we've been here, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you my course, and then I'm going to do a course walk and then tack up and jump them all around it. So as you can see, the fences aren't that big. They're probably all about 120, 125, some of them maybe. The horses haven't jumped around courses for ages, so they don't need to jump any bigger. This course is set up for Iris, and I might actually put it down a bit for Saf and Olive, and then Benny is just going to jump around really small at the end, because obviously he's probably never jumped around a course before. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to jumping them all around and getting them fit again. So I'm going to talk you through my course. It's just something I've set up. All the jumps are already out, but I've built the course in mind with the horses. So this is the first fence. My coat won't be on there when I'm jumping it. So as you can see, it's not too big an oxa and it's ascending. I think where my horses haven't jumped in a while, it's important to build kind and keep them confident. The last thing you want to do is scare the horses at home. You want to keep them as confident as you can, so they go in the ring confident and jump well for you. So first fence is there. We're going to walk all the way around the corner past the gate. So around past the gate, I just need to keep a bit of extra leg on, because obviously they know that the stables are over there. So they need to be nice and positive out this corner, because the last thing you want to do is lose the canter on the corner because they hang by the gate. So going past the judges' boxes around the corner, all the way around to fence 2, which is the multicoloured one over there. So here I want to get right out into the corner, not too deep, but not too out of it either. And you want to get nice and straight, so those two fences line up just like that, so they're lined up. So I'm going to come to fence 2 here, probably be about four strides off the corner there. Make sure I'm nice and straight for it, and then just keep level afterwards. So I'll show you how I walk my distances. So this is fence 2. As you can see, I've left the fillers out in front of it a bit, again just as a little ground line, just to keep the horses jumping really confidently, as they've not jumped for a while. So I'm going to show you how I walk my distances. So I do 2 strides for where they land, so they land about here, and then each stride is 4 of my steps. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1 stride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 strides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 strides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 strides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strides, and we're at the fence. And then 1, 2, and we're at the fence. So you give 2 strides for takeoff, 2 of your steps for takeoff, 2 for landing, and then each of your 4 steps is 1 horse stride. So that distance will ride a nice level 5. The fences are big enough for it the fence should come to me quite nicely there, so I won't have to do too much down that distance. Just sit, keep a bit of leg on, and keep them travelling to it without letting them run. So then next we're going to the water strokes off the corner. So here it can be quite tight off the corner at a bit of a funny angle. So I need to get right out into the corner here. It's over there. I'm going to get right out, and we're going to almost people will start to turn here, and then you're coming in at an angle. So you need to get right out into the corner, all the way around here before I turn, so then I'm coming to it straight. So I'm going to jump this. It's quite a simple fence to jump. It's got a water tray, and it's a little bit ascending again, just because I'm being nice to the horses at the moment, keeping them really sweet and jumping easy. Just keep it all easy and keep them loving it. So then heading down to that red, white and blue oxa over there. So down here after the water tray, I want to move forward for a few strides, let them feel the bridle again. And when I get to about here, I want to just sit them up, steady the canter a little bit, sit them underneath me, because what I don't want to be doing is running all the way to this double. I want to have a short canter back there, so then I can see my stride and just gently increase the length of the stride to the fence. Last thing you want to be doing is pulling them into the bottom of the fence. So again, I'm going to walk my distance here. So I'm going to go 2 for takeoff, landing even, I know what I'm on about. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. So that's a 2-strided double there. Very nice double. It's not too big, nothing's too big at the moment. So then we're going to go round this corner. I'm not going to walk all the way down there because I've got far too much to do today. I'm going to go right into the corner, and we're going to get nice and straight for this next line. So we've got 6 to 7 as a straight line, so we want to get right out into the corner and be nice and straight to jump down this line. So it's a nice fence. Again, I've got the filler slightly in front. It just makes it much easier for the horses and keeps them really confident. So I'm going to walk this one. So that walks 28 yards, which will be a nice 6 strides. And I actually walked about just under 28, so, but because the fences are a little bit smaller, it should just ride a nice 6 down there. If I wanted to, on a couple of horses, I could go 7. If one was trying to run away with me a bit, I could just say steady up a bit and go 7, which is quite nice. When you've got a distance of 6, it's very easy to be able to, in a jump off, you can take one out and go 5. Or if you need to, you can go 7 down it. So it's a good distance to practice with. And then we're coming round the corner back to that green double over there. So we've got to get right out into the corner here. Get right out here. And again, be nice and straight for this green. Nice and straight. So right to here. And then there we're straight. It's quite a square oxer going in, so I just can't actually from there see there's a back rail on it because it's square. So you need to just give them enough space. It's quite small, a bit smaller than the rest of the fences. Just give them enough space to be able to come off it and give them time to jump it. So this is a 1-strided double. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strides. So that's perfect. 2 for landing, 2 for takeoff, and 1 stride in the middle. After we've jumped this double, we're going all the way around the corner to that oxer over there. So you need to really, after that double, I'd move forward, feel the bridle. The last thing you want them to do is jump at a double sticky. So you want them to land and move away from it afterwards. And coming to that blue oxer, want to get right out into the corner and get nice and straight for it. Last thing you want to be doing is turning here and coming at an angle, because as you can see, the gate's there. So what you don't want the horses to do is nip out to the left. So you need to come right out to the corner and get lovely and straight to this. So you come right out here to here before you turn. And then you can turn and be straight. Just keep hold of a little bit of right rein here, a little bit of left leg, just to keep them straight and encourage them to jump this straightly. Because what you don't want them to do is land and try and dart to the left. And some of the, especially the green horses, they can tend to do that. If they see the gate, they want to go to the gate. And so then, after number 9, again, land, move forward away from the gate. You don't want to be hanging by the gate. Number 10 is here. As you can see at the moment, it's absolutely tiny because it is our warm-up fence. So I'll just let all the horses just canter this a few times and build them up, and then I'll jump around the course. But that is going to be fence 10. It's quite a simple, just a standard dog leg line. Go to there, out into the corner, and then back to this. So it's quite a simple line, and that's just nice and easy to jump. And that is my course for today. So yeah, I'm going to include videos of all my horses jumping it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Iris is my first one of the day. Ignore her mane being everywhere at the moment, it needs sorting out. So yeah, the course is all ready. I'm just going to give her a nice bit of warming up, and then I'll warm up over my warm-up fence over there, and then we'll jump round, and I'll get someone to video all the horses jumping around, and I'll let you guys decide at the end who you think jump round best. First up was Iris. I'll talk you through her round as she goes round. So for me, it's important not to have too long a run to the first fence, because you don't want the canter getting too long and flat. As you can see, she has the most incredible hook action and is really underneath herself. So it's important for me that even though she's underneath herself, she needs to keep travelling forward. I don't want her stride to get too short. So coming around the corner, I just need to keep her travelling all the way through the corner, because she's so naturally up. Down the distance again, I just don't let her get too flat. And she came off it so well, and then I really got into the corner here to get straight on her for the water tray, which she jumped so well. Now after this, I didn't want the canter to get too long all the way to the double, so you can see there I shortened up and then saw my stride and went for it. She jumped through the double really nicely. So after here was a chance just to get everything together again, keep my leg there so she didn't come too short back in the corner, and she jumped down this line really nicely. So as you can see, I just kept my body upright, kept my leg on, and just let her travel down the distance without getting too long down it, and she came off the second part really well. Back round to the double, I used my corner to get nice and straight. and she jumped through that really nicely again. So after here, I let her travel forward for a few strides, and then around the corner I shortened the canter up because you can't just keep coming long all the way. And then I let her travel to the fence, and she jumped it so well again. And here rode the dog leg just to steady her up because she was getting very keen, as you can see. And there she jumped the course really nicely. I was really pleased with how she jumped. Next up was Olive. As you can see, she was very fresh. She was really pleased with her first jump, clearly. She did jump the first one very well, so I can't blame her for having a little celebration. With Olive, it's really important that I keep her up underneath me and travelling forward in my hand the whole way. She has to be taking me. I can't have to chase her to a fence. So you can see there that she's really carrying me forward, which is perfect for how she goes. Again, use the corner and get nice and straight for this fence because it was at a funny line off the corner. And after this, you can see as well, I move forward, shorten the canter, and then travel to the fence again. She jumped out this double, absolutely fantastic. And round the corner again, I travel around the corners. If the time alloved's tight, you can't be messing around on the corners. You use that to make your time up. So down the distance, I just sat nice and still, kept my body very upright again, and just kept my leg there. Round to this green double, I used my corner, got nice and straight, kept my right leg on so she didn't fall out through her turn. And as you can see, she jumped that amazingly as well. So down here, on her especially, I can't let the canter get too long, so I just shortened it up, and I mean, she just jumped that absolutely foot perfect. I couldn't ask a horse to jump a fence any better than she jumped that oxer. And then jumped the last fence lovely as well. I made sure I was nice and straight to it, and I was incredibly happy with how she jumped around there. Last up was my favourite Ginger Ninja. I was so happy with her. I literally couldn't ask her to jump any better than she did today. It was her first course since the end of November, and obviously it was quite a solid course. It was good 125 the whole way around, so for her to just jump it so well, I was absolutely thrilled with her. I've talked you through it twice now, so I'm just going to let you sit and watch how well she jumped around this, and you can vote in the comments of who you think jumped it best. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know who you think jumped best in the comments below. Thanks guys, see you next time.
They say that I'm on the road, maybe I just lost. These nights keep on taking toll. Find me out here on my own.